Snyder fans are weirdos.
Do you think James Gunn can reboot the DC universe properly?
This answer your question.
Oh my God! James Gunn.
Hey, Walton, James Gunn's not more successful than Zack Snyder at the box office. Zack Snyder, look at Batman v Superman and how well 300 did and all that stuff. Boy, I gotta tell you, James Gunn's fans, you guys are like, you're more aggressive. Let's just say more aggressive than even Snyder fans, and that's saying something. Woo! And you got a lot of free time, I must say.
Woo! Honey.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Skywalker the Jedi back at y'all with another one. And we are here and we are live with the homie Apex. Leon, how you doing, bro? How you feeling?
Feeling good on this beautiful Saturday night. Ready to talk about something special. It's a special day, a special time, and a special sequel. Thank y'all for joining us.
No, for sure, man. We are here, bro. We are live. We about to have us a conversation. And it is a conversation that can only be had over here. Y'all not gonna find this type of shit nowhere else, dog. Y'all not gonna find these type of conversations nowhere else. And it's all good.
Not at all. I don't even think people are brave enough to breach this type of conversation, right?
Nah,
if you think about it.
They're not, bro. They're not. And that's fine. Because that's why we're here, bro. Right? Look, I ain't even gonna front. I was having a conversation earlier, right, with somebody who is a very, very valued member of this community, right? And I let them in on a little something, Leon. I had let them in on, how things almost went recently, right? And it was funny because yesterday, man, I really realized the importance of what we're doing, bro. It really, really highlighted it even more. And so the fact that we had came from that situation to now, I think it really just speaks volumes, bro.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm glad that you're being more forthcoming and transparent, I should say, about that, because I think the more people understand that we are just flesh and blood people, and even though we are strong, we have our moments of like, look, man, look, it could really be a wrap, and fold this thing up and
fold the whole thing up, bro.
And it's not like a threat or anything. It's just
no, it was like that was real life.
It's like fatigue.
Yeah.
And then you want to figure out like where's the inspiration coming from?
Absolutely.
Right? That sort of thing. So I'm glad you are transparent about that.
Oh yeah, man.
I love it.
Yeah, man. And I'm really glad that I'm even glad that we had that little patch, right? Because it made days like yesterday even more so important, right? And
absolutely.
And bro, because could you have imagined, dog?
Man.
Could you have imagined if we wasn't rocking out, bro? Right?
Yeah, that one
Could
guy.
You imagine if we didn't give that space, bro? Imagine, right?
Imagine if anybody else were in our position during that, you know?
Crazy. I think it would have turned out much differently, bro. Way
For sure.
differently. Way differently. Way differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
But shouts out to everybody that's in the live chat and everybody that will be catching us on the replay crew as well. We are about to have us a dope conversation. Make sure you guys smash that like button, share, and subscribe on both platforms because we are dual streaming this. You dig?
100.
We got Sergeant Giratina in the building. What's going on, Sergeant? We
What
got
it do, Sarge?
the good Austin in the building. What's going on, Austin? W Mir, A Pass 97. Shout out to A Pass show.
What up, A Pass? Khaleesi.
DC all
Scully.
DC all the way. Bat Dance Thoughts, the Curly Ray, Frank C in the building. What's going on, Frank C?
What up, Frank C?
He said it's gonna be a hot one. Oh, yes, it is, because we got a lot of conversations coming, right? We got A Pass saying that she won't be commenting that much, but she's still listening. Appreciate you, A Pass, for sure. Yeah, he said, just give up, guys. No one's ever accomplished anything by trying.
Right.
She said, I mean, well, if you do want my thoughts, then yeah.
I was like, so what? Should we just give up and pack it up? Do you want to hear my holistic opinion? I'm like, bro, you can't just give a straight answer for anything.
My holistic opinion, or do you want my vegan opinion?
Do you want to hear my yoga opinion, or do you want to hear my my Jehovah's Witness opinion? Like, what are we talking about here?
What's going on, Alan Bell? Oh, is this a much more holistic approach? Like, what the fuck, bro? What are you trying to upsell me?
I thought homie was trying to hand out pamphlets.
What are you trying to upsell me on, bro? Yeah, you did. He said, just give up, George Washington. You'll never defeat the British. Facts. Just give up.
They're coming and everything. Don't worry about it, though.
Hey, dread it. Cool. Run from it. Destiny still arrives, right?
The British are coming. It's fine.
All right. Whatever.
Just give up. It's cool. It was inevitable.
You're never going to win. He's killing Iraq. Anyway, make sure y'all hitting that like, share, and subscribe. You know what I mean? Y'all already know about the hashtags that we represent, all that, and the ROEs. You know what I'm saying? ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and X. Yeah, y'all already know all of that good stuff. You ready to get to the conversation, Leon? What's your opening thoughts before we get started? Anyway,
I think the last one that we had was incredibly enlightening, and I'm chomping at the bit to dig deeper. And I hope people don't just take our word for it. Do your own research, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm in a few like little wrestling group chats. Shout out to AEW. That was a great pay-per-view today, by the way. But yeah, I'm in one of these wrestling group chats. This guy was like, "Hey, yo, Apex, man, like, what's the beef with Superman?" I was like, "No beef." And I just started rattling off, what we know, just a little tidbit. And the guy was like, "Wait, what?" I said, "Don't take my word for it. Go do your own research." A week later, he comes back and says, "I've done research." That shit's crazy, bro. I didn't know all of that. I was like, I know it's interesting, isn't it? He's like, interesting. It was disgusting. I was just trying to be nice about it. He's like, nah, it was gross. So yeah, once people talk about it, and that's the problem with this sort of thing. The powers that be, or maybe even not that high, those that are in charge of that particular studio, they don't want us talking about this stuff because it sheds truth, and people can't unsee this sort of thing, right? We live in a largely sensible society,
Yeah, and that's why it's important that we have these conversations, because it gets these things in the zeitgeist, and y'all already know. as soon as we start talking about some shit, everybody start talking about some shit. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Facts, bro.
Good Lord.
W.
I'm
Mirror
gonna
said,
stop pretending like that's not even true. It
he
is.
said Bryan Singer is happy he's not the only deviant to have directed Superman.
Bryan Singer's the pulling the Grace Renner. He's like, whoo, heats off
He
me.
said, man, you James Gunn fans, man, y'all some sickos.
Oh man.
What's going on, Josh Herrera? Much love, bro.
What it do, Josh? Robin himself.
Kunim says the people online want to act like all the info doesn't exist. Hey, I'm about to. Hey, they're gonna have to not believe they lion eyes in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because
Facts.
but yeah, nah, bro. I'm very happy to start having this conversation, man. And were you done with your opening statement?
Oh yeah. What do you think? What are your thoughts opening up?
No, I mean I'm just really glad to be at the tip of the spear, bro. To just having these conversations, man. Because look, I know that I keep saying that, and look, you know, I kind of started this on, I think it was on that stream last night. You know, I'm gonna start talking my shit, man. Like this is real talk.
Yeah.
Because you wanna know something that hit me?
What was that?
Leon.
Mm.
I've been on YouTube like 3.5 years, bro.
Yep.
Crazy. And
I think I've been active maybe.
And look at what we've been able to do.
A year, maybe two. I think I've been active 2 years less than you.
This is crazy,
right?
This is crazy, bro.
My channel existed longer because I made it in like when I was in school and whatnot. But as far as active, probably maybe like a year. And in 3 years, you've done a lot, man.
My first video was January 8th, bro, 2022. Facts, right? So what I was getting at is that one of the things that I've noticed, bro, is that a lot of times, man, it's not just recently, bro. Like these smaller channels, these big, that's where they be getting their talking points from, bro. We have to introduce these topics first.
Facts.
Before they're broached by the larger channels. Because if nobody else is saying that shit, it's just like when the full circle thing happened at Zack Snyder. I mean, the Zack Snyder thing at full circle. Like nobody asked that guy, bro. It was hours and hours of opportunities, you know, and nobody asked him anything.
That is facts, bro.
Right? So it isn't until we were able to ask him that those conversations were able to be started. It's just like that, but on the fucking YouTube, bro. It's the same thing. I refuse to believe, bro. It's too many times that as soon as we start really broaching topics, everybody all of a sudden start talking about it. And it's like, all right, cool, you know, just, you know what I mean? Just keep talking about it. Keep keep mentioning this stuff.
Be consistent with it.
Let's dive even deeper. You know what I'm saying? Right. Real talk, man.
Yeah, like I don't even know why I'm being hesitant, but like let's say a Geeks and Gamers. They were on Piers Morgan, and you know, the guy who is like one of the main guys of Geeks and Gamers, y'all know who I'm talking about. He said, I don't like James Gunn, and he said, I don't like him as a human being. That was the opportunity right there on Piers Morgan to say anything else after that.
To really like follow up, you know.
Facts. One follow-up sentence would have sparked who knows what.
Yeah.
You know? And he just left it at no. And it's like, it was almost like, it's not like Pierce didn't want to touch it. It was just, Pierce is probably like, you know, we're here to talk about Superman, you know?
Yeah.
He didn't say it. He didn't even interrupt him. But I just thought that was fascinating. And I'm like, well, I hope someone heard him say that and is curious enough to figure out why. Because it's interesting that he just left it like that. You know?
Absolutely. I agree, bro. I agree. 100%, man. But yeah, bro, let's go ahead and let's dive a little deeper into this. Cause first of all, I just wanted to touch on this one thing, man, because everybody be talking about Quentin Tarantino, bro. You know.
What about him?
about the language in his movies, bro. Right?
Oh,
Right. Everybody be talking about Quentin Tarantino, bro, and I just want y'all to we about to have this talk about James Gunn, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all get to talk about Quentin Tarantino, who I love as a director, right?
facts.
I get to talk about this shit, right?
Facts.
Why, bruh? What in the hell is going on with James Gunn to where he would think that it is acceptable to have language in this book like this, bro?
Crazy, right?
Is this funny to anybody in here? Right? And for those of you guys that are just listening, is we got another page from the toy collector here. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
it's a doozy, yo. You know, N-word all over the page. I don't even like saying the N-word, but I don't want to get my fucking video messed with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I hate saying the N-word. I actually prefer to just say it because that's what y'all be putting. That's what they be putting on the paper. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. But
It could be
no, like,
published, right?
yeah,
And it could be said in movies, right?
this could have been published and said in movies and everything, but we got to come online and use the N-word, right? Which is the same thing. A word gives you a thought of something, right?
Right.
When you say the N-word, we all know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Facts.
it is in effect the same thing. But I digress. That is a conversation for another day, right? But Leon, is this funny, bro? Is this humorous? Did you get a chuckle out of this, bro? Right?
I think it's humorous the fact that this is flown under the radar for so long, but other than that, no. There's nothing funny about it.
Crazy, bro. He
It's
said,
crazy.
Mr. Terrific acting like RDJ and Tropic Thunder makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a dude who's playing a dude who's playing another dude. You know? Crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
He said talking about them tweets made way more sense than White Boy Summer.
Right?
Right? Look, bruh, everybody on this Mr. Terrific thing now, bro. Cause look, I keep hearing how he stole the show and people wanted more. And I was like, bruh, no offense to any of the actors, because we even touched that. I don't think there's much that could have been done, bro. I really don't think so. I think this script and this story was that trash, bro. Was that trash? It was just wonky and wacky to begin with, bro. Justice League International was always going to be problematic live action, dog. Always.
Facts. I kind of wanted to say this briefly is that I think people who are probably just jumping on this and seeing this would say, like, well, why are they picking on this? It's a piece of literature and you could take artistic liberties and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, look, this is just one more thing in addition to the other the trail of deviancy. You know what I'm saying?
This is the second stream that we're doing. So there is an entire first stream. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And you're right. So
I just want to let them know. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I want to give clarity to why I'm even saying this, because I know how the human mind works. And I know the first thing someone's going to say is that they're going to try to find an excuse to say, well, you guys are just pecking on someone's artistic choices. And it's like, well, no, we're just highlighting more things that are very strange within the, let's just say, culture of a man, right? In the first video, we laid the groundwork and revealed things that people didn't know about this guy. That's actually just public knowledge, but it's not chattered about for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to that, now we're adding more and we're highlighting more. That's just like, is deeper into the brain of a guy like this. If this was a one thing or maybe another thing, then it's just like, okay, cool. These are just artistic choices. No, this is who he is.
Hey, Leon, it's a
Mhm.
holistic thing, man.
What?
Isn't it?
You're right.
Isn't it?
It's the holistic option. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. The holistic option. Holistic. I can't believe he said that.
Wow, bro. Yeah, man.
I'm gonna use words that I think are big.
This is crazy, man. I'm not shocked, right? You got the Mr. Terrific thing, you got the Space Monkeys,
Yeah.
Man. Making comments about Indian people. An Indian guy gets shot in the head in the movie, which is very out of place, by the way.
The interesting part about all of that, I didn't really feel the weight or passion behind the loss. It was just like it happened, and in the moment, people kind of cried. Like Superman reacted, and the other guy reacted, Rex, Metamorpho, and it was just like from there, beyond that scene, it was just like it was a thing that happened.
Right? Look. Kunim is absolutely right. He says it's funny because I didn't like how Mr. Terrific talked. I almost felt disrespected as a black man. It felt too over dramatized, but I thought maybe it was just me. No, it wasn't just you, bro.
No, it definitely wasn't just you.
Wasn't just you.
You have a and look, I'm not even one of those people who is saying like oh my God, to trip about it, but it does. If somebody is like, yo, this is really stupid, I'm not upset at that. Like I'm championing that, like 100%. Why does this guy sound like he's from a different era and everybody else around him?
Bro, matter of fact, oh my God, bro, I'm about to cook. Don't you remember? That's why we thought it had a whole retro futuristic vibe.
Everybody.
There was no fucking retro futuristic vibe.
That was the dumb rumor that kind of, was seemingly kind of put out there, and then we talked about it.
Haircut.
Yep, we talked about it, and we were like, "Is this dude supposed to be like?" And then the more and more we, heard about the movie, it was kind of like, "Is it though?" And then when you see the movie, it's just modern day Metropolis, modern day Superman, but
and he got black a guy just 70s afro, walking around talking like Black Dynamite.
Right. Crazy.
Walking around talking, I threw that motherfucker before I walked in the room.
Basically.
Shout out to Michael Jai White, dog. For
right.
Sure. And he walking around here, Black Dynamite, bro, crazy, Dolomite. Like Dolomite.
Crazy, bro.
Oh my God, bro. See, this is why it's so crazy, because between the both of us, we remember all this shit. That is an absolute fact. They were trying to say all that maybe it was gonna be retro futuristic. And it absolutely was not. Nope. I completely forgot about that, bro.
Which would have been great, especially competing with Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, but they probably ain't want to get, nah.
Yeah, I don't even think they thought of that to begin with.
That's true, but nah, it was a good thing that they didn't, bro, because they about to get smoked, dog.
Yeah, technically it's good for them.
I'm about to get
right.
Yeah, they about to get smoked, bro. He said
they're already about to get smoked enough.
Yeah. He said he definitely is from the past. Afro and everything, for sure. Said, and India put F1 on IMAX instead of Superman. I told, yep.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
It said
Oh,
Metamorpho
goodness.
mourned over the deceased man more than Superman, to be honest. He didn't even know the dude.
Show didn't. This man had more passion about some hashtags than that man getting shot.
Leo said, yeah,
Tell me I'm lying.
yeah, facts. He said, yeah, judging from that excerpt on the screen, looks like things are gonna get dark.
Hope you're all
Hey,
doing well.
we
Oh,
are
yeah,
about to get
we
dark
are.
today, bro.
Yeah,
We
for
about
sure.
to, hey, we about to go into the darkness, bro, and bring everything to the light. You know what I'm saying? But
Facts.
yeah, man, I ain't even want to spend too much time on this. I just wanted to kind of have this conversation and put this up on screen for a while so everybody could get a good look at it, right? And as we've done that, we have been able to kind of work out this Mr. Terrific situation and the Space Monkeys thing a little bit more. Leon, wouldn't you say so?
I think so. I mean, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if there was something deeper with the Space Monkeys thing. I know we've already come to the conclusion that it's appropriate to think that at the very least they represent the fandom, right? And that's at the least. You know,
He said,
creating hashtags to attack Superman and, you know,
wait,
Pocket Universe.
And I do want to touch on this part, right? Because this is important, bro. What's up with people that have been recommending this book, bro? What do you have to say about that, right? Like, isn't that strange?
My thing is exactly like what about it are you recommending? Because if you ask me, hey man, I'm with this shorty and I'm trying to figure out a movie, Leon. What you think? Oh, you should watch so and so. You should watch Casablanca. Really? Why? For the ending alone, bro. It was ahead of its time. Woo woo woo. All right, cool. I'll check it out. If the Viceroy, as we're calling him, quote unquote, says, hey guys, I recommend The Toy Collector. And he does that shit. He's done that shit quite a few times, by the way.
More than once, he's gone on record recommending this book. At least twice, from what I've seen, possibly like 3 times, but at least twice.
I wonder if anybody's asked him, okay, why? Other than it's written by your homie. Other than that. Like, what are you gonna say? Who's interested in a book like this?
He likes the pacing, Leon.
True. The writing is ahead of its time.
Right? Hey, this is on point, bro. It's riveting.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is so visual, right? And you can just feel the words coming off the page.
You can say, Leon, the racist white guy saying,
Leon, when you say you can, Leon, when you say you can kind of feel these words coming off the page,
right?
Right,
leaping off and
leaping
saying
off
it with
into my ears. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. I can vividly hear this. You know what I mean?
With authority and privilege.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh my goodness.
And lacking empathy. Right? You know what I mean?
Right.
For real, bro.
And a person who might say, I don't see color. That's in my past.
Oh my God.
I ain't like that no more.
He said
over new leaf.
He likes the terrific talk. He said, from the mind that brought you Flim Wallaby.
Right. Flim Wallaby.
He said James Gunn will be a field day and a half for any psychotherapist willing to crawl into that head.
I'm just saying, man.
Crazy, bro.
Why do y'all never mind? Because I was about to say something. Let's just say that's why I'm fascinated.
Right? Like, bro, these motherfuckers are excellent case study, bro. Right? Like, oh my God. Especially after seeing that Superman movie.
Yo, man.
right?
He kept and look, he told everybody this is from his perspective. It's about he didn't say it's about his life, but he said things that were alluding to his perspective. He tried to use the same sort of language that, like, let's say a Zack Snyder would, right? You made the movie that you wanted to make, a movie for you, right? He's used this kind of language. And as we know, his patterns are pets, right? For emotional manipulation. And he likes working with B-listers and C-listers. And he also likes to do what, ladies and gentlemen? Self-insert. We know these things for a fact. And when you pay attention to that movie, you start to see who he has self-inserted into. Pause.
Crazy. Superman, bro, and fucking Jimmy Olsen, dog.
Yep.
Facts.
James. Oh, Jimmy Gunn put himself into James Olsen. See how I flipped that?
Crazy, bro. And W. Mir said Hugo Strange would try, and Leo said even Strange would shudder, bro.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Hugo Strange having to sit down with this dude? That'd actually be pretty interesting. So, Mr. Gunn. One might call how you think problematic.
I see you're rather enthusiastic for a certain age group.
Demographic.
I see you think rather highly of yourself. You fashion yourself a ladies' man. There's no evidence to speak of.
Oh my god, bro. He said only way Gunny Poo could do a Superman movie is if he added obscure characters, bruh. I'm sorry. Hawk Girl was the most atrocious one out of all of them, bro.
You think so? Even worse than Terrific?
They're neck and neck, bro. Bruh.
At least Terrific had a couple of moments where I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Hawk Girl, I was just like laughing at her, bro.
Right, not with her.
No, not at all, bro. I feel so bad for her, bro. That was crazy. That was crazy. That's like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers type shit, bro.
It really is, though.
You know?
Yeah. No lie.
Said, my opinion is the book writer is a total wacko.
Basically.
He said Hot Girl scream.
Oh, like Chase Meridian from Batman Forever.
Yeah.
The chick.
He's a hot girl scream like she needed to be institutionalized, right?
But them shots, man. Sam Raimi should sue for gimmick infringement and trying to swipe that man's style. Plagiarism. And he tried to do the fisheye lenses.
Crazy.
It looked like a bad impression of a Sam Raimi action sequence, man. That's crazy.
We got Sin having 5150 in the building saying, well. The book speaks for itself.
What up, Sin?
It said Terrific at least had a moment when I thought it was cool when he was tracking Superman's path. Hawk Girl.
Basically.
I didn't even like that scene, bro. His whole fight scene, I thought it was weird, bro.
Oh, his fight scene?
Yeah.
Where he's just sitting in the chair or whatever?
No. When he put the shield around Lois.
I don't even remember that, bro.
With all the Raptors, bro. Yeah. See, you already forgot this shit, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, this movie mad forgettable, bro. And like the most egregious stuff about it sticks out. And it's stuff that wasn't necessarily in the trailer. Like when he was trying to make sure they can get through the portal or whatever. And he just kept talking or whatever.
He said not even the fighting. I'm talking literally the tech tracking Superman's path. He mean like when it was like doing like the little echoes, like the little visual echoes. He said, damn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He said literally just that. Hey, I feel that. He said not even the fight scene, bro.
He's like, let me be very specific. You know what I mean?
Okay, he said they shit was made by Jan Sport. I'm done, bro. But yeah, bro. Look, but let's start getting into this part of this, man, because James Gunn got a mentor, yo.
Woo. Lordy.
I'm not making this up, bro. Right? And to prove that I'm not making this up, because once again, we always got to come with the receipts. Right?
Absolutely.
Here's an article showing how Lloyd Kaufman shaped James Gunn's career. So, like, don't come and say, hey, Sky, you're making this up. He don't really know this guy. They're not that cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I don't want to hear it.
Same thing people tried to say about his buddies, his convicted buddies.
Yeah, but no, this article definitely goes on to speak about their relationship and how he's mentored James for a very, very long time. Right? He has made several cameos in James Gunn's films. Right?
Mm-hmm.
James Gunn said that he puts him in most of his films, bro. He said his groomer. He said, boy, oh boy. Right. But no, like this is how this has played out, right? Like, Leon, is it fair to say that I can take statements like from his own mouth and from this article, and that it is a reasonable assumption to say that this man was mentored by Lloyd Kaufman?
Absolutely. It's not like something we made up. I didn't make him say that. I didn't write that article.
I didn't write it either, bro.
And you could tell it's a recent article because we see the white-haired version of James Gunn.
Yep, and it says, this is from June 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So less than a month ago.
Yep.
Right? And he was speaking about his relationship, and how Lloyd Kaufman has played an incredible role in his career. Lloyd Kaufman from Trauma Entertainment, right?
Right.
He said his Jor-El, bro.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
Right? So, there's these two right here. You know what I'm saying? Here, right here. Hanging out. They're buddies. Right? Leon, they're buddies.
They are buddies. 100%.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Here goes James Gunn wishing him a huge happy birthday. Right? He said Lloyd Kaufman is the single most important person in my life as far as my entry into this world goes.
Damn.
I'm talking about Hollywood, I am assuming, right?
Assuming. It's not you talking about his freaking father. What the hell?
He remains an extremely close friend. Right? Extremely close. He said his Jor-El, bro. I'm dead, bro. Right? He remains in extremely close. He has cameoed in all my films.
Jeez.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, once again, Leon, it's reasonable to assume that this is for sure his mentor.
Absolutely.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
He said James is 20 years older than his wife. Interesting. Hey, look, we ain't even about to get into all that. You know what I mean? I ain't even about to. Right?
That's
he
funny.
said he's Omni-Man. He said entry into this world. That's a loaded message. Hey, I was trying to, I'm just assuming he's talking about Hollywood. Right, Leon?
Right. Assuming. We'll leave it at that.
You're right. I mean, I'm
'Cause
assuming.
Who the hell knows dealing with him, right? What the hell that could have mean?
Yeah, because he's, but I did learn everything about making a movie, from casting to getting locations to choreographing sex scenes to releasing the film in the theaters, right? Yeah. He taught him how to choreograph sex scenes, I'm sure. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We got the homie Austin with the $10 super chat saying, "Who is Kaufman?" For the uninformed in the back. Also, much love to my dogs and the syndicate. Well, Lloyd Kaufman is the head of Trauma Studios, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's James Gunn's biggest mentor, right? He played the single most important role in James Gunn's life in terms of his entry into the world of Hollywood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me go ahead and let me get his drop for the homie. You dig?
You know, I got all this shit hanging over my head. But you off trying to start a war with our partners.
The nigga diss me every time I see him. Acting like he the one in charge and shit.
In Compton, he is the one. You lose. Every time you bite with that nigga, and I'm the one that pays for it. And you gonna get off his corners? You gonna leave his people be? Or you the one that's gonna find yourself a new plug?
You don't mean that shit?
The fuck I don't. I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk. Drive, motherfucker!
Yeah. Right? He said that ain't just Hollywood. He said, "Is this lodge talk?" You know what I mean? Lodge talk. Much love, Mama Bear. Right? But yeah, bro, I think it's safe to say that this is this guy's mentor, right? I mean, he's talking about him in articles recently, right? He's shouting him out on his birthday. They're in all these pictures together. He's making, like, this seems like a real friendship, right? People will be talking about Zach and James Gunn being friends. Damn, right?
Right.
Like, this seems like a real relationship, bro. Wouldn't you say this? Like, wouldn't you say so?
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%.
Right. He said one of the funniest lines I've read from a critic was James Gunn is basically throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. We went from Man of Steel to that. You gonna sell it to Netflix? You gonna leave these fans be? Or you gonna be finding a new job, right? So, bruh, now I found it super strange, bro, when I'm looking into Lloyd Kaufman and all these things, right? And how once again, bro, I know that this might not seem a little weird, bro, right?
Right.
And strange and out of the ordinary, right? But it seems, bro, that just weirdly enough, there's another guy in James Gunn's circle that has like these weird tastes, bro. Like,
Yep.
I don't know what it is, Leon. I don't know if it's that, maybe it's just he isn't vetting these people properly, bro. Maybe I'm not sure, Leon. What do you think it is, bro? How do you think that James Gunn seems to keep finding himself around people with questionable tastes? I'm going to get to some of these things specifically in 1 second, but can you just kind of touch on that first before we start posting like photographs and stuff like that?
Well, If I had to guess, you have to have a passion for that sort of thing. Why they have that passion, I have no clue.
Right?
The interesting part, I'm not gonna get too ahead of, that's why I've been kind of waiting to say things.
Mhm.
I want to know, I want you to give
Oh
some
yeah.
revelations, right? But I'll
Oh
say
yeah.
this, because I know people will be like, oh, well, he's just the guy who ran Trauma, right? What I would tell people is, I don't know if people know that Trauma is economically blacklisted. I've never heard of a company become economically blacklisted due to they try to clean it up and try to make it sound cute. Independent nature. It's in the content. Yeah,
It's an indie film studio, Leon. Do you not understand, bro?
yeah.
These are to be, submitted to cons.
Right.
Right?
Some
This is
sources mention Trauma has been economically blacklisted. What that sentence blows me away. I'm like, what? What the hell does that even mean?
what does that
Economically
mean?
blacklisted?
What does that mean? Right?
What?
But yeah, we're gonna get to some of this stuff in 1 second, right?
So to answer
But
your question,
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know what could drive other than I could throw out a bunch of medical terms and sound like a freaking expert all day, but just for the sake of entertainment and layman, right? Because this is an entertainment channel. We're just being entertainers, right? Just to keep it layman, I don't know. You'd have to put yourself in the mind of a deviant. Because
right?
all of this stuff points to a deviant way of thinking. Now, whether that thinking turns into action is another thing. Maybe we can dive into that. Who knows?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right.
But deviant thoughts, right, create deviant art.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially Superman, bro. Crazy.
Mm.
The movie starts with a 666.
Mm.
And we're shocked.
Yep.
Right? This guy has statements like this, and you guys want to tell me it's a skit. But then when I go watch Superman, it starts with 666.
It's going great. I've been looking all over for you. The people at the Red Roof Inn told me you were over here. So, listen, here's the thing. I have been really, really happy since I moved to Hollywood because I did the niftiest, neatest, coolest thing. I totally sold my soul to Satan. I had to kill a young child to do it, but it's awesome because ever since I've done it, I've been totally rich. I made Scooby-Doo. I've got 2 more movies going into production in April. What's one kid when it, comes to all my talent that I have to share with the world? People say bad things about the Dark Lord. I think he is a sweet and swell guy. So anyway, I just got a new deal with Disney to create a movie called Phlegm Wallaby, about a jive-talking, rapping wallaby made of phlegm. Everyone I tell it to laughs so hard at everything I say. In fact, when I talk, people are pretty much laughing all the time ever since I sold my soul to Satan. And anyway, praise Satan.
Crazy. They be like, nah, Sky, you tripping. Right? You tripping.
Yeah. Isn't that Lloyd in the clip? Kind of looks like him.
Hey, bro. We're making all the faces, right? Mm-hmm. Look, hey, bro, but look, man, these are, bruh. It's just these are all coincidences, bruh.
Yep, they are.
Right? These are all coincidences, right? But as I was saying, it's just these strange things seem to happen around with these people that kind of surround James Gunn. I'm gonna wait, Leon, before I bring this up. Can you talk to the chat for 1 second? I'll be right back. Just let me grab something.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me tap in with the chat. Oh, hey, Mama Bear, I didn't even see you there. Mama Bear in the house. We got, let me see. Kunim says, what the F? Yeah, it's true. When I saw that doing, a little bit of research, I was like, okay. Interesting. I've never heard of a company, big or small, independent, a major studio. I've never heard of a company be economically blacklisted. Like, we refuse to give you money because of the content that you could create. Like, what? That's interesting. The title of Kaufman's book, maybe that'll be something that has already been researched. Who knows, right? Who knows? Yes, Kunim. I was referring to the guy in the black robe. I've seen a few pictures of Kaufman, and they look alike. So I'm wondering if that was him in that particular clip. A ridiculous clip, I should say. Yep.
You know that was him, bro.
In fact.
Right?
Yep. Alan Belt, economically
Right?
blacklisted, sir.
By whom?
The trauma. Oh, by who? Anybody that would finance, right? But that's a great question, right? Like, who would go out of their way to say, yeah, no, we gotta put the stamp on this.
So, I'm gonna put this picture up here, Leon, right? And I just want you to tell me if you see anything wrong with the picture that I'm gonna put on screen. Okay?
Excellent. What?
Right? And this is Lloyd Kaufman's post saying the hardest working baby in showbiz, right? Right?
Yikes. Yeah.
Right? Bro, these are the people that this guy is hanging around, right? Oh no, where's that other one? Oh yeah. Oh no, I got another one. Right? Does anybody think that that was cool and that somebody with that kind of thought process should be mentoring the fucking head of DC Studios, bro? Right?
Crazy.
Right? It's crazy, bro.
Not at all, man. I'm actually speechless on that one. That's crazy.
Right?
And the fact that it was still up.
Yeah.
That comment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if some jackass, if I posted something that I love or someone that I love, right, on my social media, and some jackass said something, you know, I'll be like, oh shit, that's out of my control, but I can obviously delete it. But the fact that you're able to find that is,
and the fact that that drawing was there next to the baby
first place, right?
In the fucking first place, right?
Yep.
Hold on, yeah, let me get this up here. It's almost like not letting me put this type of shit up here. Yeah, man, crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. Right, but no, bro. This type of stuff, dude, is crazy, right? But this is what everybody says is okay for it to be, you know, around DC Studios, right?
Right.
You know?
Lord have mercy.
Like, who does things like this? Right? But it's another one of James Gunn's fucking friends, bro. Bro, this is the mentor and two best friends. Right? Crazy stuff, bro. Bruh, I thought Nambla was only in South Park, bro. You ever see that episode?
You said who?
Nambla?
No.
You never seen that episode?
Do
you know what Nambla stands for?
Nope.
Okay. Oh my God. This is gonna be crazy, bro. So when I was young, there was an episode of South Park, right, where they covered this group called Nambla, right? And they running around and they just say Nambla and that, right? And it's all this stuff. And I thought in my young mind, bro, you know what I'm saying? That oh, this is just some shit that South Park made up. Right? Would you like to know what Nambla stands for?
Can you give me the holistic? No. Yes, I do.
Right?
Absolutely.
Want to take a guess, bro? Just a wild guess.
It's an acronym?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna try to guess it. I'm not even gonna try to look this up. Okay, let me think for a second. I'm not gonna look at the chat because the chat might know. I'm gonna look away. Nambla?
Yes.
Nambla?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And mind you, I saw this on South Park.
Can I get a hint?
It's a group that James Gunn and his crew would probably be interested in.
Okay, hold on.
As I'm gonna show in 1 second.
I don't know. The only thing I can think of is the B stands for baby, maybe.
Okay, no. All right, now I have an idea. Mama Bear said she saw that episode, right? Now, bro, watch this, right? James Woods actually came out and said what Nambla means, right? Let's go ahead and share it, right? It is the North American Man Boy Love Association, Necron.
You mean Leon?
Oh, I said Necron.
Yeah.
Leon,
North
yes.
American
Man Boy Love Association.
Wow.
Right? Nambla. I thought this shit was fake, bro. I didn't think there was a chance in hell that there was actually a group called Nambla.
Right. And you're not saying that the guy who confirmed the acronym is saying that it exists, that's not your proof. You're saying there's more. But wait, there's more.
No. It actually does. No, it 100% exists. Right? And also, hold on, let's wait, I think it's here we go. Right.
I remember Gunn is saying he remembers his first Nambla meeting.
Yep.
It was the first time he felt okay being who he is. Some of these guys are still his BFFs. He tries to put this on quotations to make it seem like, oh, I'm speaking for someone else. And it's like,
and then Lloyd Kaufman responds, right? Thanks for not revealing that I mentored.
Whoa.
Right?
Crazy.
Right?
That's insane.
Crazy, right?
Well, no, guys. These gentlemen were a part of a studio, and Mr. Kaufman there created a studio that has been economically blacklisted.
Crazy, right, bro? Watch this, right?
W. Mir, yep.
Hold on, watch this, right? Right. Check this out, right? he puts up fake retweet, right? Where he makes this tweet of Lloyd Kaufman, apparently, right? Saying he's doing something inappropriate to Justin Bieber. This in 2010, mind you. Right now, I know y'all saying now, Sky. Right? You tripping because that was a while ago. Right? That was in 2010, bro. Like, Justin Bieber's a grown man. Right? How old was Justin Bieber in 2010? About 16 years old.
Dang. James Gunn
right?
made a joke about running it, huh?
Crazy. Right?
Some 16. Makes me think of that Chris Brown song.
Crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Right, bro?
That's not funny at all. Like, on no level is that funny.
On no level is this funny, right?
Where's the punchline?
Doo-doo.
Yeah, the rim shot. They call it, right?
Right.
What?
Right?
Like,
bro,
seriously, I want the chat to help me out here.
This is the head of DC Studios, people. Leon didn't know any of this stuff was going to be coming either.
Nope.
100%.
I think I even told you
I
don't
didn't
want to
prepare
know
him at all.
Yeah.
Right?
This is insane.
Insane, bro.
Man. Blacklisted economically.
Now,
Trauma is blacklisted economically.
Now, Leon, now here is where we're going to get into your part of the conversation. Right? Because we kind of took this on as like a two-person thing, right? I was like, yo, I'll do this part, you do this part, right? So it's like, yo, because it was funny because when we were first having this conversation, the person that we're about to get into now, when I brought him up, you were like, wait, I know who that is, right? Like instantly, you know what I mean? And it seemed like something clicked, bro, right? You want to kind of talk about that without giving away who it actually was first? Yet.
Oh, yeah. So god dang it. What's
look at the banners. It is the next one. Right?
Oh, yes. One of my favorite songs.
Now I'm saying you want to know you want to kind of talk about like what that spark kind of meant, because it seemed to really be kind of like a big deal, right?
Well, for me, it was very simple. It sparked like this notion of like power, authority, protection, a shield. If you pay attention to someone's career and you're like, well, how does a person that came from a studio that has been economically blacklisted, I can't stress that enough. He came from that sort of a background, and he did movies. His biggest hits were like Scooby-Doo at the time. He suddenly stumbles upon Disney, Marvel, and they hire him for one of their next big franchises, Guardians of the Galaxy. He gets let go from that major studio. If you think about it, two at the same time, it was Disney and Marvel. And then Warner Brothers, in their short-sightedness, let's just say that,
infinite wisdom,
yeah, right, they leap at the opportunity to hire this guy. and they automatically start saying you can do whatever you want. In hindsight, this is what we're figuring out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before everybody just thought like, oh, they just probably gave him Suicide Squad, right?
Nah,
No,
they was
they
offering
were
him the whole kit and caboodle, bro.
facts for whatever reason, right? And he said he chose the Suicide Squad because he couldn't crack anything else, specifically Superman at the time. That thing flops to 100 million, the tune of 100 million. I say all that just to tell you guys obvious history that you know, but just to put you in the frame of mind of, okay, how can a guy that keeps failing upward, as the clip always tells us, how does this guy get to continue to fail upward? Well, this particular gentleman who he has an association with has a lot of power.
Absolutely.
If you're that
Right.
close, rubbing shoulders with men of this nature, of this amount of power, it would stand to reason that maybe that guy can flex some muscles to get your foot in some
Right.
doors, so to speak.
Yeah. Right. So we've already been drawing this line, right? Where you have Lloyd Kaufman, who has clearly mentored James Gunn to a great deal. Those are not my words; those are his.
Yep.
Right.
Got me in this world, is what he said.
Yep.
What world? We don't know.
And with trauma being economically blacklisted, as Leon has been so eloquently stating, one could also surmise that the status and everything that has allowed James Gunn to kind of enjoy these things, he will probably be kind of like the biggest poster boy for trauma in that whole group. Wouldn't you say so, Leon? I mean, that's a fair fucking assessment, right?
Sure, absolutely.
That he is their poster boy, right? He is their most commercially successful person.
Absolutely.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have the most successful person underneath the trauma umbrella, right? Who has seemed to be just untouchable in Hollywood, right? And it's to this strange reason, right? Where it's like, hey, he's failing upward, as Leon says. He gets fired from one place, hired, and then rehired by fucking Disney and Marvel before
at the same time.
Yeah, before his DC movie came out. So much so, he was actually promoting Guardians of the Galaxy 3 while he was DC Studios head. Right? Literally promoting a competing product.
Insane.
Right?
In any other industry, this would be tampering of some sort.
It's crazy.
There would be some sort of legal ramifications that would have to be drawn up. Like,
how you gonna be on the board for Coke and Pepsi?
Frankly. Right?
At the same time.
At the same damn time.
Nobody would allow that.
Nope. You know who wouldn't allow that?
Coke and Pepsi.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
Exactly. But under this circumstance, it seemed to have worked out, right, Leon? And it was fine.
Somehow.
Nobody cared. Nobody cared, bro.
I just like to ask the chat briefly. Do you guys think it's due to his immense talent? I'm being facetious.
Has to be.
I mean, right?
Bro.
Could it be the hits outside of Guardians of the Galaxy?
Bro, it's Flim Wallaby.
True.
That's what it is. That's what it is, bro.
True.
Right? But yeah, no, let's go ahead and let's pull the Band-Aid off, right? Because as I've been saying, we are drawing this line. You got the mentor, right?
Yep.
You got James Gunn.
Yep.
Who is the golden child.
Yep.
Right? And then you got the mentor posted up with this guy.
Who might that
be? Tony Podesta. Right, Leon?
That is one Tony Podesta, if I ever seen him.
Now, you want to kind of talk about this, bro, because as I said, this is your part of the conversation. Because
Sure.
I had no idea who the fuck this guy was. I had
I
no
definitely did.
idea. And Leon was like, oh, wait, who? He's like, I know who that is.
I'll try to be as quote unquote entertaining as possible because this is an entertaining stream, right, guys? We're just entertainers here on YouTube, right? This is all jokes and allegedness. But I can literally, you know what's interesting? I can literally just tell you what this guy does without even getting into the nitty-gritty dirt. And it's gonna mess you up, right? The man is the brother of former White House Chief of State John Podesta. He's also of the Podesta Group, who are under federal investigation regarding compliance with the Foreign Agents Registration Act for their work for a Ukrainian group tied to the pro-Russian former Ukrainian president Viktor Yanukovych.
Woo! Shit!
We got a guy
deep in here, bro.
We got a guy. Again, guys, this is entertainment. We're entertainers. And this is all alleged conversation, even though this stuff is public record. This dude has his tendrils so deep into things that are current events, actually. And what I just spoke about happened around like 2012. That sort of thing, right? Why would a guy like Tony Podesta be around a guy like Lloyd Kaufman, who created a studio that has been economically blacklisted, who hangs out with and mentors a guy like James Gunn, who keeps failing upwards? These are just questions. I'm hoping the connection is there. This isn't the only time these guys have hung out, by the way. This isn't just some one-off. They're out to dinner. Oh, side note, Kaufman has a daughter that kind of, I'm not saying they're estranged, but she definitely tried to distance herself from him. Because of his weird, as she calls it, horror movie legend. He's a horror movie legend, so she tried to get away from him.
Bruh, I just want to know this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Where else is they going to be getting this kind of talk, bro?
I don't know, brother.
I don't know, brother. Nah, bro, this is crazy. Because look, we kept trying to figure out, like, what is it with this guy? Right?
Facts.
Like, why does he seem so fucking protected? Joe said, don't look into Tony's art collection, bro. What is that supposed to mean? He said that he's a collector. Joe, are you saying that he's a collector of fine art, bro?
Is it art that's similar to a one Epstein? Allegedly.
He said, yeah, that sounds egregious, but I love Guardians though. Right?
You know what's interesting about Mr. Podesta is you know, he kind of came under fire, so to speak, because he wasn't transparent about the extent in which he operated with his political machinations of the Ukrainian group, right? With both advisor Paul Manafort and to the pro-Russian Ukrainian president Viktor Yanukovych. I always mispronounce this guy's name, but yeah, that's it, Viktor Yanukovych. So for whatever reason, he was he was very hush-hush about that. A guy with that much ties into politics. A millionaire. Hell, what is Podesta? Actually, let me look that up because I didn't even look up his finances. Let me look that up real quick.
what's crazy is
I wouldn't be surprised if he's a billionaire.
bro, what's crazy is that there's no way, bro. There's no way, dude. We have been trying
Damn,
to
that's
figure
even
this
worse.
out, bro. What?
His net worth isn't publicly known.
What?
But his brother oversees 370 billion billion-dollar projects for the U.S. Isn't that interesting?
He said, nah, like dead ass. It's concerning. Once you see it, you start to see the links.
I bet.
Most of this money ain't reported, bruh. You can't even Google that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not
That's
reported.
crazy.
Yep.
You can't even Google.
But his brother's allowed to oversee projects that are worth 370 billion. Interesting, huh?
Oh yeah. So he got to be a multi-billionaire. Got to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because you ain't even handling that kind of money. You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna ask the chat, like, if you know a guy who's worth, at least his family's worth large, like on some ungodly level of money, right? And he's got his tendrils in deep portions of politics, right? Wouldn't you ask that guy to pull some strings and, get you up in places?
Crazy. Especially if if your guy is like, because look, once again, this is the mentor of, the biggest thing that's ever come out of trauma.
Yep.
Right?
So the creator of Trauma, the economically blacklisted company, hangs out with Tony Podesta, right? Why wouldn't they try to protect the biggest thing to ever come out of the economically blacklisted studio known as Trauma? Just questions.
Crazy. Right? You know what's funny? I didn't even ask Leon who this guy was. I wanted to wait and hear it on stream, right?
Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because I ain't know.
Yep. And it's interesting because, like, I didn't even have to really do a deep dive. I was just like, on the surface of what we know of him, bro. It's like, wait, hold on, what? He did what? He was under investigation of what? His brother's who? In charge of what? This guy's around that much power. His mentor, who, put it to you like this, right? Sky and I know each other and we've hung out, right? I'm sure I'm welcome at his place again. I'm gonna be going to his place. I'm not gonna say it because we're talking about too much controversial shit, and I don't want people trying to get us. But
it'll be like
we'll meet again. Facts. We're gonna meet again. I'll just say it. But
they gonna be trying to get Leon flight log and shit, bro. He
right.
looking for the itinerary, dog.
Right.
Nah.
But like, we're of a similar status, right? Like, he wouldn't be trying to hang with me if I was a bum, and vice versa. I ain't trying to hang out with a bum. I'm not trying to go visit a bum. You dig? Like, birds of a feather tend to flock together. That's just the natural flow of life, right? Facts. So if you look at a Lloyd Kaufman, and not to be judgmental, but his studio is economically blacklisted. Why would someone with that much political pull, power, and influence be hanging out with a guy whose company is economically blacklisted, for God's sake? He's known for being a guy who made some weird entertainment indie films, and like, okay, cool. That guy wants to hang out with that guy so badly. It just makes you wonder what is the connection? Just deep friendship? Like, oh, he's my buddy. That's my friend. And even with that, let's say they're just all friends. So they're friends with Gunn too. Cool. What do you do for friends? You help them out when they don't really have a door open, because whatever they're doing before Guardians of the Galaxy does not warrant getting Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just hop, skip, and jump to Guardians. You can look at I'm trying not to say Zach, but he's just a great example. You can see his journey has been nothing but up, 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 up. He started out in commercials. He did his first actual movie was that Michael Jordan movie, the direct-to-DVD movie that he did for Michael Jordan. And from there, he did his actual breakout, his actual film, like studio film, was a remake of Dawn of the Dead. That was a hit, cult classic. And then from there, I think it was 300 next, or am I tripping?
I think it was 300 next.
Yeah. And the only reason that they gave him, if you look at those films, those aren't like instant hits. Like nobody's going, oh yeah, this is about to make us a lot of money. No, if not for his vision for Dawn of the Dead,
they didn't even want to fucking do 300.
Facts.
There's
that
literally
shit bounced
video evidence of all the fucking producers talking about, damn, I missed out on that one.
Yep. So when they end up making 300, thanks to Zach's style and flair, it became something bigger than what they expected. So then from there, it's like, okay, this made us a bunch of money. This has changed the zeitgeist to the point that to this day, you have literal, it changed the whole like men's masculine gym market, right? Everybody wants to work out and go crazy and be Spartans, right? Even up to this day, no matter what society tries to do and entertainment tries to flip and make everybody a freaking soy boy beta. Then from 300 is Watchmen, if I'm not mistaken. And then from there, it's Sucker Punch. So he just kept going up and up and up, little by little, directing things that people didn't want to direct until he got to do something of his own, which was Sucker Punch. Because Watchmen was the thing that was nobody could crack.
Yeah.
Until it got into the hands of David Hayter.
It was thought of as unfilmable, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And David Hayter, Solid Snake himself, cracked the code. Zack Snyder came along, helped him crack the code. The rest is history. So Zack built a reputation of not only being somebody who can get money on movies and give it higher go above the expectations of the movies that are unfilmable.
Mm-hmm.
He also brought a style and flair that people weren't used to. All these different elements of like slow-mo this or crazy gore here, action sequences, just cool shit, right? To the point that they let him do Sucker Punch.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then they were like, Sucker Punch didn't do that well. That's fine. Very obscure movie that you made in people's opinions, right? Here's Man of Steel. But it wasn't just, I'm going to hand you Man of Steel after you do Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Or in Michael Jordan's movie.
And not only that, but that he had to get the green light from Christopher Nolan.
Facts.
Right? Like they didn't even want to give Zach him for Superman after
they had a few guys in mind.
Punch. Yeah, 100%.
They had what's it called? David Fincher, Ben Affleck, Chris himself. They had Nolan, but Nolan automatically was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm doing this for somebody else. This is for someone else, right?" And Chris had to point towards Zach, and even Chris, not that he was like debating, but he still was seeing if other directors were available, type thing, and he ended up going with Zach because he was like, I've seen what you did with Watchmen in 300. I know you got the goods, right? My point of bringing him up isn't to like wax poetically about Zach or going about him. It's just to show that elevation,
slow leveling up. You know what I mean?
Yep. With nary a flop, right? We could say whatever we want about what's the Sucker Punch. That it is what it is with Sucker Punch. But that progression, it wasn't like he went from Michael Jordan's Hoop Dreams, I think it was called, to to freaking Dawn of the Dead to then, Man
Superman.
of Steel. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Crazy.
That's essentially the career of James Gunn. It's Michael Jordan's hoop dreams, and then Superman.
Just fucking Slither.
If we're being honest,
super. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because we can't say Dawn of the Dead because James Gunn doesn't have a movie that permeated anything that is like Dawn of the Dead.
no.
Everybody could talk about that one Slug movie he did, but that didn't change the conversation of how everybody looks at zombie movies and horror. It didn't spark any sort of a controversy. It was just James Gunn doing a whole bunch of Michael Jordan hoop dreams level shit
Bro.
until he got Guardians of the Galaxy.
Slither made $12 million, dog.
Well, there you go.
Permeating nothing.
Facts.
What the fuck you gonna permeate with $12.8 million, dog? You know what? I'll say 13.
Go be nice, guy. Come on.
I'll be nice.
The guy
made $13 million, bro.
But y'all, I hope y'all see my point as to why, like, how does a guy go from essentially making a lot of those types of movies, if he's even lucky, to suddenly getting handed Guardians of the Galaxy? Interesting. With the help of Nicole Perman, is that her name?
Yep.
Who did a lot of legwork.
Yep.
So, I mean, it would stand to reason that his connections with a Kaufman, who's connected.
He said people forgot Gunn even did the Scooby-Doo films.
Exactly.
Right, cool. From Scooby-Doo to fucking Guardians.
Right.
Oh my god, bro! He said James Gunn wrote Dawn of the Dead. He wrote the original
draft.
You know
that
what I mean?
Was then rewritten by someone else.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
He said permeating mild irritation. You ain't permeating nothing with $13 million at the box office, dog.
Fact.
Come on.
So yeah, I mean, look. All we're trying to say is it would stand to reason to kind of think a little bit deeper, like maybe it's because of the connections with the guy who has deep political connections and allegedly some weirdo taste in art.
Yeah. You know what? I don't even think people have to riot GHJ. I don't think people have to riot. I think we have to bring these conversations to the forefront, and these movies have to start fucking flopping. Facts. That'll fix that shit. I think if we just stop going to all these motherfucking movies that have these questionable people, right? That's when shit gonna change, in my opinion. I don't even think that it got to be no rioting situation. We just got to stop going to go watch these goddamn movies. And fucking stop with this, like, oh, I'm going to be currently fucking supporting somebody, you know what I'm saying, that has this questionable kind of shit going on, bro. This is wild.
Nah, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying? He says, if I can't trust you alone with kids, you should not be near Superman. Hey.
Facts.
I agree, bro. That's wild.
Oh my goodness.
What
Sin Havoc just sent me.
Oh, it's something I should put up?
Good Lord. Nah, that's for another stream.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it does connect to what we're saying, but we'd have to get deep into it. It's yeah, wow. But no, good point. I mean, to touch on what you said about how to change things, it's about taking our money elsewhere, which is, why Cell was born. Take our money elsewhere. If everybody stops showing up to these weirdos projects, then they have no choice but to do something else, hire other people. And then we should start funding people who have a less deviant past. You know what I mean? Facts.
Wait, is it really going to be 96 million domain? Because I don't know, bro. I am taking the approach of I'm just going to wait because I keep hearing 115, 120.
It's going crazy, ain't it?
Saying 100. And I'm like, bro, I'm going to just wait till this shit is
Somebody said 220. I saw 220.
That's global. They over there trying to work.
But they're trying to make it seem like it's not global. Like they're just saying 220, and I'm like, what? I'm like, hold on.
That's global, bro.
Yeah.
We're talking about domestic in the U.S.
But they're the way they're saying it is they're making it seem like it's without saying domestically. And that's the part that's pissing me off is the messaging of all these little accounts. They keep saying all these different numbers, and it's like, stop trying to get people hyped to make it seem like this movie's crushing shit.
Bruh, I saw them say, "Oh my god, it got the highest audience rating." I was like, "Bro,"
and it doesn't. They're talking about the cinema score for A-, and man, it still got an A-.
He said 220 is implied global. Nothing makes 220. Ain't that around what Force Awakens made?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, wasn't that around Force Awakens?
Yeah, I mean, good point. That they're trying to gaslight with that whole 220 thing, but
actually, no, it's 247.9, so like 248. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so movies do get that.
Yeah,
I'm sure Avatar got that.
Hey, there's been hella bro.
Yeah. And this is a blockbuster conversation. We're not talking just movies in general.
He said Force Awakens is Star Wars. Oh, this is just fucking Superman.
No,
bruh. Hey, I want you guys to realize something. Superman is the most recognizable symbol next to the cross.
Facts.
Okay? And that is worldwide.
Okay? Second only to the Christian cross. Superman is the second most recognized symbol on planet Earth.
He said pre-COVID, sure. Didn't No Way Home make like 2 something, bro? Didn't like No Way Home make like 2 more than Force Awakens, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was 260. That was post-COVID, ain't it?
Right.
Oh my god, bro. What are we doing, dog? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Why do we move the goalposts, bro?
I don't even know why this is just a passive part of the conversation for anybody in the chat,
bro. Why do we move the goalposts?
Yeah, because it's kind of like, I'm not even saying that they're against us per se. Maybe they're just trying to have a conversation. But in general, it's a straw man sort of thing. All I said is that people on Twitter, on social media, and these larger accounts are trying to float around 220, and they're not trying to be specific. It's a tactic. It's a mind game. Whether or not it's something that happens rare or something that happens all the time is kind of irrelevant. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they're trying to do.
These motherfuckers is doing the goddamn robot, bro. These motherfuckers is moving the goalposts, dog. That shit went from, hey, 220 is like nothing's gonna do 220. Then I say
right.
Force Awakens did 220. Then it's like, oh, well, pre-COVID, and it's Star Wars. I say it's Superman, the most second recognizable fucking symbol on the planet, next to the cross. And then you're like, oh, well, pre-COVID. Then I'm like, oh, well, Spider-Man No Way Home made 260. You're like, but you know.
Spider-Man.
Hey, nah, you're spinning out, man. You're spinning out, bro. You're spinning out, right? Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, I think the point was lost on that individual. Yeah. The point is that they're trying to put numbers out there. You don't even. I know I know.
Wait a minute. No. Because I want to do this just for the chat, bro.
Got you.
Just for the greater optics, right?
I feel you.
Let me show you guys how this goes. I literally just did a stream on this the other day about how they're lying about the opening weekend of Man of Steel.
Oh yeah,
and how it's $128 million. But then they'll include some shit that we've never seen before, like 2 days of previews for this fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? And that's all fair game.
So what would be Man of Steel with 2 days of previews plus weekend?
And in 2025, on top of that, because in 2025,
wouldn't that be closer to 180?
Yeah, and for 2025, that's just like 180 million.
Yep.
Right?
No, it's not true.
And it didn't. It was 128, bro. I just did a stream, bro. Check the facts, bro. Check the car facts, homie. Check the car facts, homie.
Yeah, no, it didn't make 116.
128. Fucking deadline going off Box Office Pro, and they like, oh well, actually, the Thursday previews didn't count back then, but they count them now. You know what I'm saying? And so now we got people coming in here, 116, bruh. This movie probably not even gonna clear 116. What are we talking about? And it's 12 years later.
Facts.
Damn.
And this is 116.
Bro, they're so desperate for a fucking win, bro.
That it won't clear.
Bro, they are so desperate for any kind of win. Any kind of win, bro. Oh, actually, it didn't make 128. It's only 116, right? So then, hey, if it's like around that same thing, see, it's right in line with it. But in reality, $2013 versus 2025 is a whole lot different. You dig?
Yep. So that means if it can't even hit 116, we don't care about Iron Man, bro.
And that's Iron Man 3.
Yeah, you're straw man.
That's after 2 Avengers movies. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Or is that like 2 Avengers movies?
Correct.
Ian?
Correct.
See, bro, we can do this all day, dog. We can do this all day.
You're straw man.
Right?
You're straw man.
But hey, why don't y'all see if this movie, right, just
can do Iron Man numbers?
Can do Iron Man numbers, bro. Iron Man 3. If it could even do the Batman numbers. I'd like to just see it do the Batman numbers. How about that, bro? Can it do the Batman numbers, Leon?
Hell no. Not if India and other international countries are snatching it out of IMAX.
That shit ain't even in IMAX
in
right
place
now.
of F1.
And they in here, bro. Bro, this is not even in IMAX.
Warner Brothers went out there and said, surprise, guys. You guys can go watch F1 in IMAX. That's crazy.
Oh my God, bro. Oh man. Nah, this is great, bro. I actually love having these conversations because it allows us to he says, hey, I'm just saying I'm totally okay if this film fails. I hate Gunn humor. Just disagree. Soups is a huge box office draw. I hate how good the feedback is for this film. Man of Steel is better. Few things. Wait, one, you want to kind of fucking touch on this, Leon, because you've been really the one that's kind of been like zoning in on this topic. You want to kind of touch on this?
What part of the topic?
Or no? Or this comment?
Oh yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on real quick. Let me clear some shit because I think
okay.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me know if you can. All right. So basically, hey, I'm just saying I'm totally okay if this film fails. I hate gun humor. Just disagree. Soups is a huge. Yeah, man. Look, here's the thing.
You've been talking about the Suits being a box office draw. That's what I was talking about.
Right. The thing is, I don't disagree about Superman being a box office draw, whether he is or isn't. My original statement was simply this, and I'll get deeper into the box office part, but I just want to take it back to the original thing because now Charlie's horse, haha, clever, has taken this conversation through a straw man's level of scrutiny. Like the damn, if this were
Oh wait, now we can't hear you anymore.
so I can make sure I'm not being cut off.
All right, there you go.
You can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
cool. I figured. All right, hold on.
Said Guardians of Metropolis.
All right, you can hear me clear, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So, what I was saying was this: that he's taken Charlie's horse, this guy in the chat or gal in the chat, this account in the chat, has taken this conversation so far away from my original point. My original point was just a one-off statement to say that they're utilizing any number in the box office to try to create conversation and buzz about the movie. The shit ranges from, like Scott was saying, like 90 something to 115 to 120. And I saw a few bigger accounts saying 220, but they weren't trying to be specific that they were saying is worldwide. Whether that is a consistent occurrence or not is irrelevant. I'm just simply saying that's what the accounts were trying to do. They're trying to make people hyped for some imaginary ass number to try to say that Superman is getting that many people asses in seats. Now, with that being said, to cook on that statement that homeboy made or that account made, yeah, I'm not arguing with you that Superman hasn't been a box office draw. We know this. Superman 1 was the highest grossing Superman movie for a while until Man of Steel came along, right? Man of Steel is the highest grossing solo Superman film of all time. It's the highest one. It's got the biggest bank, right? Despite being a brand that does not draw asses in seats. So for me, that's very telling as to what Zack Snyder was delivering. You know what I'm saying? Zack Snyder was delivering a character who, for all intents and purposes, not necessarily should be a flop, but should be mid at best. But he elevated the character from mid at best to interesting. And then BVS, which also is a Superman movie, became maybe the third. Oh, yeah, you're right. Adjusted for inflation, it is Man of Steel. Or I'm sorry, it is Superman 78. You are correct. Adjusted for inflation is 78, and then Man of Steel second, and then I think BVS would be third among the Superman movies, if I'm not mistaken. Adjusted for inflation, because Batman versus Superman still counts as a Superman movie. So does Zack Snyder's Justice League. But anyway, the point that I'm making is, yeah, it's well known that Superman isn't some outright box office draw. There's no argument there. You took the conversation towards all these straw man arguments. I don't know. I guess you were just having fun in the chat. But my original statement was just to say, everybody be on the lookout for all these different accounts that are out here trying to make it seem as though there's this crazy hype for this movie by trying to create overly inflated numbers. They're all over the damn place. So just be on the lookout for that. And I just so happened to see a couple of accounts, literally two bigger major accounts that weren't saying worldwide before saying 220. They just said 220. And I was like, well, that's disingenuous as hell. Now let me look at the chat. We got Sin Havoc saying China and India said no thanks to Superman. Yeah, that shit was crazy. And a few literal Warner Brothers accounts, official Warner Brothers accounts came out there and gleefully said that shit. So that was interesting. Jurassic World Rebirth is looking at holding the #1 spot. Yo, oh, I'm so glad you said that, Mama Bear. So is Jurassic World #1 right now? Is Jurassic World Rebirth #1 right now?
I don't know, bro. But bro, if we counting BVS as a fucking Batman, I mean as a Superman movie, which I think it is.
It is.
That shit made more than Man of Steel. So I don't know. That's like 872 million, bro.
People don't count that. They do. You know that, right? You can look under Superman's brand, his Superman brand filmography. BVS is there. They don't separate that. It's a Superman movie. He was the co-head, if you will, co-lead, I should say.
Crazy, right? Oh no, 100%, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, all this stuff is interesting, bro. You know how all these things came to play.
Look that up, actually.
All of these connective tissues that we seem to be finding, right? So I don't know, man. I don't understand why people can't see that there is a genuine reason for people to be upset that they made this choice for DC Studios co-head, bro.
Yeah, it's nuts, man.
Right?
Oh, here we go. Superman in film. Superman in film. Yeah. Yep. Like I said, Man of Steel, BVS, Justice League, and ZSJL. They count them all as a Superman movie.
Yep.
Because he's in it. He's like and in 2 of those movies, he's either the lead or the co-lead.
Facts.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
With ZSJL, I'm not trying to say he's not a co-lead, but he was in there like I think like the last hour and some change. So
crazy, bro. But look, I want to kind of start wrapping this up though, bro. I think that this has been like a wonderful conversation, and I just enjoy bringing these discussions to the people, bro. How about you?
Yeah, man, definitely. I think it's very necessary to have these conversations. It just is, because I know a lot of people who know us are kind of like, well, man, why are you guys so passionate and on this guy's neck so much, metaphorically? And it's like, well, these are the reasons why. You guys should know the truth of, the people that you may or may not be tempted to support, and the movies you may or may not be tempted to watch.
Yeah, bro.
Yep. You're right, Integrity. That's why people thought that ZSJL would come out around the same time that the Donner Cuts would. However many, decades later. But I remember people saying that before the Snyder Cut came out.
He said Gunn saw Superman with kids, and he's like, I'm just like Superman. Come on, bro.
I think Integrity's right about Hollywood.
Yeah.
What you about to say?
Yeah, nah, man. Hey, it's crazy because at the same time, Warner Brothers is banking on this shit to make some money. They got their cups out, bro. Right?
Yep.
Mom Bear says Jurassic World Rebirth had the highest July 4th premiere weekend ever.
Oh, for sure. But is it still #1 in the box office? Let me look that up.
All right. Crown Low says this movie was definitely a Trojan horse, saying kid friendly, but have all the sexual undertones that's not for kids to see. Thank you.
Yeah, like a Nickelodeon.
Yep. Hey, he said, Sky Leon, when you digging into what I sent you, let me know your thoughts. Hey, for sure, bro.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it says yes. Jurassic World number one at the worldwide box office. It had a strong opening weekend, earning $322.6 million globally, making it the biggest worldwide opening of the year. The film also topped the domestic box office in North America. And I don't want to hear nobody talking about the weekend's not over, because I remember when BVS was out, everybody was counting them pennies and them beans before the weekend was over. I remember on Saturday hearing about how much BVS made, like legit numbers.
Nah, hey, I'm gonna look into some of this stuff. I just don't want to show that on stream. I already had to show some crazy shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to go too much further. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But we have to show these things so that you guys can see what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? She said so far it's killing in China.
Yep.
He said WB takes its creative cues from the pre-World War I live theater that Germans rejected because they found it deviant. It's crazy, bro.
Man.
He's like, no, serious. What's your final thoughts though, man, as we kind of close this out?
I had a question before that though. Do you think you think that we've gone deep enough? Do you think that there's anything that we can connect more, or what? Do you think this is the Toy Collector to the sequel is done, or are we doing a trilogy?
Bro, do you want if you want to go deeper, bro, we can go deeper in another one. We can go do a Toy Collector 3. You know what I'm saying?
You know, look, I'll say
you want to?
I'll say this, Sin Havoc. If you can connect what we've said today with what you sent us, we'll do a Toy Collector 3.
Yep. And
hey, don't even worry about saying it in the chat, Sin Havoc. You heard what I just said.
Frank
Send
C.
it to us in the DMs. And Frank C too.
Yep, get on it too.
Send it to us in the DMs. Don't even share it in the
chat. Because those
are
are the two, you know what I mean?
Just share it to us. And go ahead. Everything you
yes.
saying in this chat, go ahead and toss it in the DMs, brother. We
Integrity,
here.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, all y'all, bro.
Yeah.
All the real ones, you know what I'm saying? She said, I love you guys. I'm not sure I can stop. Hey. He said, hey, but the people saying
innuendos there, Mama Bear. I'm just saying. I'm sure you can handle it.
He said, just show the headline. Oh, just Google it and then just show the headline is what you're saying. He said Toy Collector 3 would be wild. Hey, you know what, bro? You know what?
We'll see what we can do about that, man. We'll see what we can do about that. He said maybe that's the real punk rock.
He said, I'll look into it.
Hey, Sin Havoc, did you DM that? You can say it in the chat. Hell nah.
He said, hell nah, bro. Hey, nah, this has been super, super dope, man. Mama Bear said, no, I can't. Wait, what? You can't with the innuendo, or you can't stomach more? Like, I don't know. Like,
she's not being. I know you're not being funny. I'm saying though, it's so she can't. That's funny.
Oh my goodness!
I'm trying to take her mind off it. She's still stuck on it.
Right?
We must have went too deep.
Hey, wouldn't be the first time I've heard that. But anyway.
Woo!
Woo! Right? Oh my god, bro.
Oh my goodness. We shall.
Okay. What's your final thoughts though, bro?
Nah, this was a dope stream. I like the full coverage nature of it. I like the fact that we not only did we discuss Toy Collector, we talked about the box office, we talked about entertainment. We were all over the place in a good way, and the stream was dope, you know. And it seems like that people want more because there's more to give and there's more to go deeper with.
Wait a minute. It sounds like you have more notes, bro.
Me? No.
I'm
Sin Havoc
like,
funny.
I'm
Sin
like,
Havoc
bro.
is so Sin Havoc is so literal. No, Sin Havoc. Listen, what I'm saying is DM any information that you have that you think we can go deeper on, is what I'm saying. So just let him know that. But it does seem like the people.
I hear notes in the fucking background, bro. That's all I was saying.
Oh, yeah, I feel you.
I hear notations. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
I hear notations, bro.
It seems like someone has stepped up. Who we got?
Oh, wait. Hold up.
He must have hit you up.
Yes. Wait, when was this? Okay. Part 3. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, part 3.
Let's get it.
Nah, thanks for that, Integrity, for sure.
Hey, appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you, Integrity,
Yeah.
Sin Havoc, and
Yeah.
Frank C, to be specific.
Yeah, that's another rabbit hole for sure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So everybody hit us up. Everybody hit us up with your best conspiracy theories, right, Leon? You know what I'm saying?
Facts, right?
Y'all send y'all best conspiracy theories.
Facts.
Y'all send y'all best conspiracy theories, bro, and then we gonna gather them up, you know, and we gonna get to, you know, putting stuff together on that board. You know what I'm saying?
Go look like homie from what's that show? Was it the Philadelphia John? Where he's
yep.
always study. He's
Yep.
like, flopping his hands all over the place, like, and he's looking at the board with the web chart.
Crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
man. We're gonna get on it. Part 3 it is. Part 3 it is.
This has been the toy collector too, man. Look, we love rocking out with you guys. You know what? Never mind. I'll tell you backstage.
For sure.
Said this is gonna be fun. The rabbit hole continues. Yes, bro. Like, why not? You know what I mean? Why not?
Why not? Might as well. Integrity. Oh shit.
I'm gonna just ask Gunn, bro. I'll be like, hey man, you want a Sunday? I just bruh, I'm not the one that exactly.
Yeah. Entertainers, guys. Come on.
Exactly, bro. I'm talking about an actual banana split. You know what I mean?
Facts.
There you go.
Woo.
Bruh, this is fun, man. And look, I'm gonna let y'all know something now. I usually take Sundays off. That's been kind of like my chill day. He said it's all comedy. This is a comedy show. Exactly, bro.
Facts.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I'm not the one that put that joke in the show, bro. Right?
Right?
So I can't be held
food into a weapon.
Yeah, I can't be held reliable, bro. It's a joke that was in fucking Rick and Morty now. Y'all go sue them. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, right?
Facts, bro. They don't want to put that shit out there. You know? And now I can't joke about it. He should have never did that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Man, I wouldn't have did that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell no.
Hey, and maybe this needs to be oh my god, bro. Hey, Integrity, go ahead and shoot that on over too, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all this stuff y'all saying in the comments, just shoot it in the DMs.
Just shoot it
we'll
over.
do the work.
Right, but yeah, man, this is dope, bro. But yeah, I had kind of been taking Sundays off as like a day to chill. I may or may not do that tomorrow. I've been thinking about just having a quick little video, or a stream, and just kind of playing that NAR part of the space back. because I think I need to do that before the week starts. So, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I was talking to Austin, and he thought that was a good idea too. So, yeah, man, yeah, 2+ because Al like we tell you backstage why he also thought about that, and it's an even better idea. So, yeah, yeah, just be on the lookout, yo. Y'all have that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because y'all never know when I'm going live. You never know. Yo, I'm always lurking. You know what I mean?
Right.
Always lurking.
And ready.
Right, Leon? We can just pop up and go live, bro.
Lurking and ready.
At any time. You know what I mean?
No matter what's going on, no matter who's doing what.
Yeah. Cause hey, man, look. We over here talking to our community, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We having conversations with our community, and you know, it just don't get no better than that, bro.
Nah, I really don't.
Right?
And we definitely appreciate y'all rocking out with us.
For sure.
On a Saturday night.
On a Saturday night, bro. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody enjoyed this stream, bro. I can't wait to continue to rock out and just continue to have these conversations with you guys. Much love, man. And anything else, Leon, before we get out of here, Brody?
Bang.
Bang. Right?
Zack Snyder fans are weirdos.
Do you think James Gunn can reboot the DC universe properly?
This answer your question.
Oh my God! James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn.
Hey, Walton, James Gunn's not more successful than Zack Snyder at the box office. Zack Snyder, look at Batman v Superman and how well 300 did and all that stuff. Boy, I gotta tell you, James Gunn's fans, you guys are like, you're more aggressive. Let's just say more aggressive than even Snyder fans, and that's saying something. Woo! And you got a lot of free time, I must say.